Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome to another video with your boy CyberZero, coming at you with some more Elden Ring content here today. In today's vid, we're going to show you the top 5 first bosses that you should fight in Elden Ring. So hope you guys enjoy because we're going to jump straight into it. Let's go. Alrighty, the way this list is going to work is that number 1 is going to be the boss that you want to fight first, and number 5, the one that you want to fight last on this list. First up, the one you're going to want to fight is the Beastman of Farum Azula, located over here in the Groveside Cave on the map. This boss is a great first boss to fight because it gets you used to fighting enemies that use combos, and essentially, once this combo is done, keep your distance during the meantime and then get your 1-2 hits in as he's rearing back to get another combo going. And pretty soon you'll wear him down and beat him. So this is a good way to get you used to enemies that use combos, because you'll be doing it a lot in this game. And he also drops the Flame Drake Talisman, which helps with your damage negation for fire damage. So this will actually help out later with the boss down this list. Alrighty, number 2 on this list is actually a duo boss battle located here at the Coastal Cave against the Demi-Human Chiefs. Now they will also have minions located around them, the demi-humans. So this boss battle is really about learning how to fight multiple enemies at one time. You can take different approaches. You can sneak, you can pick off one by one. You can use ranged attacks, you can go in there and just try to fight all of them at once. What really works best for you is going to be the way you want to go with this, because you'll be doing this a lot going forward. So you want to learn how to fight multiple enemies and what works best for you. Now, you'll also get the tailoring tools item as soon as the bosses are defeated, which will allow you to alter your armor in the game. Number 3 on this list is going to be the Mad Pumpkinhead boss, located over in the Waypoint Ruins. Now this boss is going to be a larger enemy than the ones we fought before. However, it does get you in the habit of what to do when fighting these kind of bigger enemies. One tip that I can give is to avoid hitting it in the head, which will be a thing if you're a ranged user, because your lock-on will actually go to his head first as opposed to his body, more than likely. And if you do hit him in the head, you'll do reduced damage. So try to aim for the body, especially during one of his big wind-up attacks. So wait for a big wind-up attack, dodge, roll out of it, and then go for some hits right on in there. That way you can do that increased damage to the body. Once the boss is defeated, you'll be able to access sorceries from the Sorceress Cell NPC located just beyond him. And this is a great tool to have in the very beginning of the stages so that you can have access to sorceries early on. Alrighty, coming in at number 4, in the upper echelon of the list now is going to be the Tree Sentinel. So this boss is going to be a jump in difficulty. You'll actually see him just leaving the tutorial area just past the first step site of Grace, in which he'll be the enemy clad in gold on top of the mount with a big shield. Kind of hard to miss just starting out, but I do recommend fighting the other 3 bosses beforehand, maybe leveling up, having a different weapon before fighting this boss. You may also have Torrent, who is your spectral steed at this point, and my advice for it, regardless if you're in melee on the ground or if you're on range on Torrent, is just to try and line up your shots as best you can, because he has these large sweeping attacks. On Torrent, you can speed through it as he's doing these big attacks and kind of get a hit in as you go through. If you're on the ground, same thing, roll through them, get a hit in. You can also use spirit summons as well to kind of distract him and just try to whittle him down. I would say 1 or 2 hits max within the windows that you can see available, and you'll whittle him down and defeat him soon enough. But he is a difficult boss. Don't be frustrated if it doesn't work on the first try, but really try to learn how to fight him, because you'll be fighting enemies on mounts quite a bit in this game as well. So it's a good way also to learn this type of combat, and that is why he's number 4 on the list. Alrighty, rounding out our top 5 is actually going to be Flying Dragon Aguil, located in the Dragon Burnt Ruins, just right of the first step Grace here in Limgrave, located right there on the map. Now, this, of course, is a dragon, so he's a big enemy. Preferably, you should have Torrent by this point, which is a mount that you have in the game, because it'll make it a lot easier to fight him, given the maneuverability on Torrent. So if you're on foot, you'll have a lot harder time, and with Torrent, you can kind of do these hit and run tactics. For example, going underneath him because of the size, you'll be able to fit underneath him, riding Torrent underneath, get some hints in as you go through him. He does this stomp attack as well on either side, his left or his right. Once he does so, it's such a big windup that you can maneuver around with Torrent to the other side, get some hits in while he's too busy doing that. Now, he does also have some breath attacks, as well as going up into the air and slamming back down or breathing fire. When he goes up into the air, just try to just get out of the way, out of the area as quickly as possible. With Torrent, it's very, very manageable to do. But for example, if he does his flame breath attack, which is kind of in a straight line, which will kind of try to track you, you can get around with Torrent's speed. And same thing, once you get around him, get some hits in, eventually you will wear him down and defeat him. Now, this is just great because he's a first dragon that you'll see more than likely, and he's really a good test for what's going to happen later on when you fight bigger enemies on mountain for mounted combat, as well as fighting more dragons later on. So this is why he's number 5 on the list. That is our top 5 bosses that you should fight first in Elden Ring. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more of it, let me know down in the comment section down below. And hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications. That way you can make your way back to me for future content. And as always, have a great one, enjoy gaming, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.